Valenreach was a city built to remember its grudges. Its walls were thick with old stone and older hatred, split down the middle by banners that never shared the wind. The Crimson Lion of House Aurelian and the Black Hawk of House Morkant. No one alive could name the first insult that sparked the feud, only that it had grown with every generation, fed by blood and pride until peace itself felt treasonous. Eleanor Morkant did not expect to fall in love. She expected duty, marriage, and a life measured by alliances. Thomas Aurelian did not expect mercy from the city that hated his name. Yet on the night of the spring festival, when masks blurred enemies into strangers, fate pressed them together. A horse broke loose in the crowd, panic rippling outward. Eleanor stumbled, skirts tangling, and Thomas caught her before she struck the stone. Their laughter came at the same time, startled and breathless, and when their eyes met, something quiet and impossible settled between them. They spoke for hours, unaware at first of what stood between them. When the truth of their names finally emerged, fear rushed in, but it did not drive them apart. It bound them tighter. Beneath the tolling bells they promised secrecy, and beneath the moonlit arches of Valenreach, destiny quietly took root. Their love lived in shadows. They met in abandoned cloisters, and along the ramparts at dawn, trading whispered dreams while the city sharpened its knives. Eleanor spoke of ending the feud, of forcing the houses to see reason. Thomas spoke of escape beyond Valenreach, beyond names and banners. Between them, hope felt fragile but real. Then one day, blood was spilled. A Morkant patrol clashed with Aurelian soldiers in the lower market. Steel rang, voices rose, and by nightfall the stones were red. Thomas's brother was carried home lifeless. Eleanor's cousin answered with fire, burning Aurelian storehouses to ash. Valenreach cried out for war, and both houses answered gladly. Desperate, the lovers planned to flee. A priest loyal to neither house agreed to wed them in secret before dawn. But fate unraveled their courage thread by thread. Thomas was delayed by a challenge he could not refuse. In the rain, soaked streets, steel met steel, and a Morkant man fell by Thomas's hand. By morning, Thomas Aurelian was condemned as a murderer. Eleanor was discovered the same night, dragged from her chambers and locked away, promised to a Morkant lord to seal a war-bound alliance. With no other path left, the priest offered a cruel hope, a draught that would mimic death. Eleanor would be laid in the family crypt. Thomas would take her away when she woke. The message never reached him. What reached Thomas instead was grief. He heard that Eleanor Morkant was dead, taken by sorrow. Whispered some, by God's will, said others. Hunted and hollow, he slipped into the crypt before dawn, torches guttering as if afraid to bear witness. There she lay, pale and still, hands folded as though waiting. Believing fate had spoken its final word, Thomas drank the poison meant for his enemies. He kissed her once, a farewell heavy with all the lives they would never live. Moments later, Eleanor awoke. Her scream shattered the silence, echoing off stone and bone. She found Thomas lifeless beside her, his hand still warm in hers. In that instant, she understood the truth of Valenreach, that love had no place in a city fed by hate. Taking his blade, she chose him over the world that had failed them both. They were found at sunrise, hands entwined, enemies finally at peace. The city could not look away. Shamed by the blood of their children, House Aurelian and House Morkant laid down their banners, ending a war love could not survive but did end. Where the crypt once stood, a chapel was raised. Above its doors were carved words meant to outlast stone and pride alike. Love was their crime. Hatred was ours.